So, this will be interesting, because this game's running on DirectX 12, has ray tracing on, and this is what the game automatically said was good. So this could work out very well for us, or it could work out really bad. I'd like to point out that this game has an assist mode where you could have enhanced aim assist, aim snapping, more damage, more ammo, or just, you know, flat out immortality. You know, like, come on, game. Come on. Let's go. Shall we? I'm not going to.
This is gonna be weirder than usual.
Thank you for the resub there, Kat.
Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am. I know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world.
The FBC, the Federal Bureau of Control.
And the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much
Hello,
bigger
Ash.
and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here.
Here's
Why did
hoping
you bring me here?
that my PC can handle the game.
Hello? Anyone here?
So far it looks like it can handle it, so... Okay, it feels like... Photo mode, nice. The... mouse sensitivity is very high. Okay, I want aim mode to be much lower. Much better. Beep beep. Prohibited items. Reminder. Certain objects are not allowed in the Bureau. Recent incidents have necessitated an issued reminder of prohibited item materials, unauthorized weapons, pages, laptops, smartwatches, smartphones, smart gaming devices, smart people, anything smart. Number 2, pencils. Any objects considered iconic representations of an archetypal concept. Like rubber duckies. Like ketchup bottles. Anything considered smart. Oh. For a federal agency, this place is pretty empty. Just the wind. That's a smart door. I don't like doors opening for me. I open doors. Staffing surveillance, redacted. Data center initiative construction, redacted. Okay. I don't know what collecting things does.
I saw it a long time ago.
I love seals. They're cute animals.
Seeing it in my dreams.
It's following me. Dr. Casper Darling. Our bureau at work. And the director. Excuse me, these doors aren't smart. I expected all doors to be smart here.
Federal Bureau of Control. All these years I've been looking for them and they were hiding in plain sight.
Best place to hide, to be honest. That's how I play prop hunt in Gmod. Just right there in plain sight. Nobody looks. Alright, what's this? A shark in his, although secure, permission to, following basic protocol, shoot to kill. Seems legit. I find it funny just to like read off redacted reports just as is. Haha! Achievement, strange collection, 4 out of 40. Hello, as you all should know by now, the R4 reports are due by the end of the week. We're still waiting on them for a number of people. If you need an extension, please request form R4.E from your supervisor. If you think you're exempt from filing an R4, then you'll need to get written permission from your department chief saying so. Remember, R4s are mandatory under section 75.2 of the employee manual. If your R4 requires interdepartmental claims, then please contact the appropriate department head, Dr. Darling, Miss Marshall, Mr. Salvador, or Mr. Kirkland. It's needed. They'll be busy on Thursday in their annual policy reviews, so please plan accordingly.
Hello? Hey, excuse me.
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks.
Go that way to the
Elevator that
elevator.
Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, you are no helvet. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, jumalauta.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody with no face at all. Think about it. No face.
But that said, I know what you're thinking. If there's an axe murderer around, that's him.
But I don't own an axe. I have a machete. I am a machete murderer. Naughty arty. Wait. This is where the picture of Ati was. We came from right here. Would you like pistachios, pretzels, crackers, potato chips, hot and spicy, peanuts, trail mix, or fibers, proteins? I'm just saying, we came from right here. The world flipped on us. You would like some fiber. Da 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 da. Whatever.
The cell and the poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help?
I would love me some sourdough pretzels right now. TBH. I love sourdough pretzels. And it's refreshing to play a game on stream that I haven't played before. I mean, I watched a speedrun of it, but they skipped like 60 to 70% of the game, so... This is cool looking. Boom. Control. Control to Major
Can I
Tom.
lose you there for a moment? You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
Already, it's a great game. We're inside a table. We are the table. Aw, I fixed it. Damn. How did I get in there? Talent, I tell ya what. While pending any notifications of death related to the Willow Aw, please adhere to the following guidelines. Words, phrases to use in the service of his or her country, regret, proud bride will be remembered. Please avoid Alaska, scissors, blood, bleed, loss, apologies, and sorry. Alaska and scissors. Multiple containment breaches detected. Multiple building shifts detected. Building lockdown in effect. Head of research override. Oh boy. Well. Oh, I need a clearance. I love clearance. Oh well. Okay, what do we got? I'm looking for shinies. Let's see. By Prime, not to be disturbed. Cancel all my appointments for the day for the rest of the week. I can't trust them, Barbara. Not a single one. Not one single person. None of them.
Shit. Shit.
He's dead, Jim.
You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really? And there goes the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Look at this place. Where am I?
Platforming.
The same gun. Okay, now I have a gun.
Who needs melee when you can just yeet? Who needs to shoot? How's the volume, by the way? Good.
Something's coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here. Things have quieted down outside. Is it safe to go?
no party like a rave party. Oh my god, this is beautiful. Could you imagine me trying to run this on my old computer? Ugh. I would have broken it. Okay, anyway.
You can't let this happen. 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 You stopped it. You. Oh, thank you. That was horror. Get the fuck away!
Huh. Burp, burp. Burp, burp. Hey, guess what? We're the director now. And because of that, the picture changed from Trench to us.
The hotline. Secure line of communication. Guidance. Reach the hotline.
The hotline. The dead man? Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Raising costs of all. Response. Update on mold area. Blah, blah, blah. Mold. Ah, surface weapon. The object's volume is variable. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to redacted. This object must only be bound by individuals seeking the role of. The object will determine whether, if rejected, the applicant is terminated. This process is dictated by their criteria is unknown. Object was discovered inside the oldest house in the room that is now used as the director's office. Popular hypothesis, many forms throughout history. Mjolnir, Excalibur, Verunastra, all weapons that of their users. The objects of power are the convergence of forces. So basically they're saying that Thor, King Arthur, and I don't recognize this weapon name, the Varunastra. If you could look up Varunastra for me and let me know exactly where it's from, I would appreciate it. Alright. What do we got here? Director Trench's photograph. Look at his photograph! Alright. Hiss. The Bureau has many internal security personnel. The Hiss was quick to take advantage of this fact. Hiss guards use the standard issue bullpup rifles they carried prior to corruption, while the armored guards carry pump-action shotties. They have no observed paranormal activities, with the exception that certain Hiss guards are protected by a shield of dense Hiss resonance. capable of stopping bullets. Is this shielding a result of prolonged hiss corruption? Does the hiss mature in organic hosts over time? What data is needed? Did the hiss target individuals with combat training? Does the hiss have the level of cognizance? Does it utilize hosts for attacks they are best suited for? Combat trained hosts are reserved for combat. There's questions, yada yada yada. The Varunastra is an Indian advanced heavyweight anti-submarine torpedo developed by Naval Science and Technological Laboratory of the Defense Research and Development Organization, DRDO, for the Indian Navy. It is named after a legendary weapon created by the Hindu god of the oceans, Varuna. Okay. That's cool. Varunastra is a water weapon, aka storm, according to Indian scripture, incepted by Varuna, a god of hydrosphere. In stories, it is said to assume any weapon shaped just like water. Upon usage, it brings large volume of water, which washes away large parts of infantry. The only counter for this astra is Vishoshinastra, which can be attained by Indra, king of gods. What's your Lamau for there, Emotive?
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events.
Okay, we already watched that. Yeah, look at us. You don't get to see us. I love how we're just like, oh, that's such a cool shelf again. Gone. Fuck your shelves. Oh, is this your favorite stained glass window? Fuck your window. Aww. I love how structural integrity is kind of a suggestion at this point. Ah, I see. Makes sense. Okay. Oh god, the shitter! Do you know how nice it is to have a fully destructible environment? Like, it is very satisfying. Sir, are you alright? Oh, we can't read this yet until we have a higher clearance level. Health recovery. Oh, it's a mod. Ooh, we get mods? I don't know what mods do. Oh, it's a personal mod. Ah, more health. Nice. Accuracy boost. Yeah, we probably need several of these. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. Ah, I have to go to Central. Got it. Let's see. Dinner reservations. Wife will meet you there. Don't be late. Flowers are ready for you at the lobby. She's turning 46. Gosh, I wish I had a secretary that could provide me with that kind of information. Your wizard have a all investigations. Marshal, we checked out the suspected all in Duluth. Wasn't anything, just like the house fire before this and the malfunctioning clothes dryer before that. My team's getting pretty sick of duds. You find a better way to sort the fake alls from the real thing, where you need to rotate those field agents off for a bit. We're on Rich Sherman Ranch, next one on the list. Let's hope there's something a little livelier there. Es esto. Energy boost. Oh, I could get a boost of energy. We don't have any energy right now, actually, so. Emergency supply storage.
Hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy. That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
A shy surprise. Hello, Emma. Thank you for the resub. Let's see. Welcome to the Federal Bureau of Control, established in 1964 as part of an effort to strengthen government relations. We are proud to serve the United States and her people as we strive for transparency and excellence in all aspects of our esteemed nation's infrastructure. If they do not leave, then ask them these questions. Are you here to see someone? Are you from New York City or just visiting? How'd you find this place? The answers are sufficiently harmless to explain that this is a secure federal office and they need to leave. If their answers seem... escort them to a private room. There, perform the Gunnar's psychological assessment. If their responses are within acceptable range of deviance, then blank immediately. Remember, there's no such thing as too suspicious. Let's see. Urban legends are believed to affect the creation of altered materials, but can also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event. Urban legends are understood as the modern evolution of Jung's archetypes, recognize certain blank, informed by our own, and popularized by our media. We have additionally proven that urban legends can even be artificially and popular culture using our Bureau-made anthology television program. Once the seeds are sown, human imagination exasperates the details. Certain supernatural phenomena contain clear elements of popularized folklores. Ours that only occur in a pair of scissors can consume human through two punctures on these details living in the minds of so many have been given strength through belief. Urban legends are not just stories for children. They are paranatural realities waiting to happen. No worries, Emma. Feel free to chill here as long as you want. I like to provide comfort for y'all, so if you need it, just come chill, yo. Alright, is there anything else here? Yeah, we good here. Okay, we do have some health regen, so that's nice.
Must cleanse control points. An enemy. Corrupt. Spreading.
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it.
Well, you enjoy your cocoa there, Emotive.
Holy
And hey,
shit.
you know,
You did it.
things get busy, Emma.
We
No
did it.
worries.
Hello? Can you hear me? Are you with us? With the Bureau? Are you still sane?
I don't know. Am I? Because we're really insane in the membrane.
Talk to me.
No.
We saw you deal with the compromised agents. Is it safe to come out?
Alright, game.
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie?
Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting.
I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
You're the new director! No. Well, it's supernatural. This is the same universe as
Director.
Jason Bourne.
Faden. Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this...
Hiss?
that works? Somehow the Hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official.
Not
The
really.
hiss. Like the
Sure.
sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously.
I'm
sorry,
very
I'm
unsure as well.
talking too much. This whole situation is just...
It's
a
brand
lot.
new, so I'm excited to play something brand new, really.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah,
I found his body. And the gun.
Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
the service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy,
Yep.
but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet.
A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable.
Fucking
It's-
unbelievable.
I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of.
Yes. I can try.
I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together.
I'm very intrigued by how
Okay.
this game will play, though.
You with me? We did it before. Push the hiss out.
What do we got? Control points are locations that the Bureau has identified as being vital junctions of the oldest house. When the appropriate harmonization devices are arranged around the control point in the arrangement, the surrounding area will not experience any unforeseen building shifts. These control points are discovered by detection of an unobstructed ping using within a 37-foot radius. Numerous researchers have attempted to define control points, calling them nerve junctures or vulnerable spots at the oldest house. The common factor in these theories is that control points are susceptible to external influence, which allows us to stabilize the oldest house and work more confidently inside it. Theoretically, this technology could be extrapolated to stabilize the oldest house as a whole, but testing has found that certain parts of the building refuse to be blank.
Didn't work. The hiss has burrowed too deep. Ripping it out rips them apart.
Ripping them out.
Jesse, over here.
Rips them
We need to make a
apart.
plan, Jesse.
Oh, hello, Ibiku.
I can't cleanse them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it.
Listen, the Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time.
That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I could try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench, the ghost, or whatever he is, he mentioned something called the hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door
Like
open
3
for
months?
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader.
If we can get 67 more concurrents, we can unlock even more bow types.
I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them.
Then I
I'm
have.
not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now.
You're actually about a month behind, I think,
didn't
Emma,
imagine
at this
this.
point.
I want to be a part of this world.
Yeah.
What scares me shitless is that I finally found it.
If I had Prime, I
Only
would
to see
definitely
the
use it to
hiss
support you, but
destroy it all.
I don't have Prime. I never use Amazon, so there's no point in paying for Prime. I use it like twice a year. A ring, ring, ring.
I know this is all new to you, so don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions.
Is this a
The door to
stupid
the comms
question?
department is just outside the boardroom back in the lobby. They should have gotten it open by now.
Like, there are no stupid questions. Is this a stupid question? Health boost. I'll take a health boost. And deconstruct that. I don't know what constructions and deconstructions do yet, so... Assets. We do not have a clearance level. So we can't use those. Mission. Okay. Collectibles. The person you should fail is yourself. I.
Follow the signs to the mailroom. You can get to the hotline containment chamber through there.
Excuse me, what if I wanted to go to the female room? Why's it gotta be a male room, huh? Gosh. Actually, let's talk to her a bit more, see if we can learn anything else.
The hotline should be in the communications department.
Let's see. Origin of the hiss.
Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No. No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily. You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I'm running it on DirectX 12 with ray tracing.
How didn't I notice this place?
Beautiful.
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door.
Okay.
Okay.
This trench guy.
Yes.
I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I need the gun to research it.
That she do.
But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So
I
objects of
love
power
it.
are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the peri-utilitarian sense.
Peri-utilitarian. Say that 10 times
Did
fast.
she memorize this?
Peri-utilitarian.
Got
Do
it.
it.
Thanks. So HRAs stop you from becoming Hiss.
Well, it seems
They
that
are.
way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until
Her
a
mouth.
few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one, it seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing
So does
seem
everybody else.
suspicious?
So do I.
I thought that too. Dr. Darling
needs
usually
them?
likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
Okay.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
There, see? Jesse thanked you, Emily, for the wonderful art. Okay, they want us to go that way, so let's go this way. That's an elevator. Can we pick that up? No. And we can't smashy! I'm sad. Level 3. ¿Qué es esto? Hola. ¿Qué pasa, dude? Damn it. Jukebox, baby. These people are all possessed as shit. More shit we can't utilize until we get higher clearances. Which I think is hilarious. We are officially the director here, and yet we don't have clearance for Jack. Ah, okay, that's the director's room. Okay. Cool. We have stabilized the location now. Still clearance of 4. What do we got here? Ah, we got an achievement. Cool. Technological restrictions. The oldest house imposes certain limitations on our bureau, but by far the most restrictive is the inability to use certain technological instruments. The oldest house does not allow devices that receive or emit any signal. Radio waves are the only transmittable signals in the oldest house, and even those are often unreliable. If the power of collective unconscious is taken into account, it could be that certain pieces of technology are too new in the cultural for the oldest house to them. Similarly, these items have not been known to become receptacles for altered status. Technology may be moving at too fast a pace for the to occur. Modern technology tends to disappear and break here, sometimes quite violently. Agents have been injured by cell phones exploding in their pockets while entering the oldest house. Could you imagine? Hey, I want to learn something new. If this was a game I've played like 30 times, we'd just scroll through it and continue on, because I know all the lore, and I read the interesting bits. This, I don't know what the interesting bits are, so we read everything. I gotta know more. Hey, who wants some fibers or proteins? Or smoky western blend cigarettes? Smoky. What do we got? Shifted bathroom complaints. Listen, I know you can't control building shifts, but the executive level restroom has been missing for weeks now. I worked my ass off in the Islamabad station for 3 years. I've earned the right to a nice workplace shitter. Can't bring it back, at least find out where it went. Patati chips? Yes, I get it. That's where we will need to go. I'm exploring. Now, where are we? Oh, I know where we are. You are home. You remind us of home. You've taken your bottom, all hierarchy. Remember the conceptual reality behind it. The nice thing is the game will just let me know where the items are, so I don't actually have to look at literally everything. Just most of everything. So that's quite nice of them. Anyway, let's go.
There it is again. Our welcome message.
We did get our item, right? Yeah, house memory. Well, it seems Tomasi has been possessed. What do we got here? Travel costs. Visited the following Nevada accommodation: Desert Sun Inn, Big Sky Motel, Starlight Motel, In and Out, Aztec Court, Sleepy Bear Motel, Silver Spurs Ranch, El Gato Blanco Inn, A Plus Lodge. Accommodations 831, meals 714, gasoline 295, minibar 313. Do wonder if a motel called the Ocean View is going to be found in a deadlocked state, but hey, I guess I'm not paid to think, right? And for the record, I again request they give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Riley and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same road. The boys and research said performing rituals may help identify places of power. Drinking those little whiskeys is my ritual. Watering the snake, that sounds very sexual. Excuse me guys, I gotta go water the snake. Oh, perfect. We're going to the 90s. It's the nostalgia department.
It's overpowering here. You don't want me to move.
Heh. We died. We actually lost experience, if you saw. We lost whatever that thing was at the bottom left. I wasn't really sure if, you know, that would actually kill us or not, so we took a chance. And it turns out the answer was yes. It does kill you. Now we do know.
A welcome message.
It's like a place of power. We'll go there in a minute. Havana summary. An auditory event occurred at the United States Embassy in Havana, injuring the majority of diplomatic staff stationed there. Deaths were reported and the outgoing information has been managed. Bureau agents arrived at the embassy on the same day as the event was reported through federal channels, but were too late to witness the awe, which was reported to have been. Staff experienced sudden and intense vibrations and noise, accompanied by an intense pressure in the ears. This lasted for minutes. No visual phenomena was witnessed. The scene was cordoned off, and the embassy staff were transported to the continental U.S. After Formula I-9 was recited in the vicinity, a single cowboy boot began to vibrate, identifying it as an altered item. The item was contained and brought to the Bureau for examination. All I can say is giddy up. We can't go in there. We already saw what happens when we try to go in a place when it vibrates. Dead letters. The fact that it pops up in the middle is very distracting. Singing fish. Mr. Governor! I called the police, but they never come to my house. I got a problem and you got to send folk to fix it. I got my wife one of them singing fish on the walls. It's not a real fish. It sings me in a button, but it's got the devil in it. It flies around at night and sings devil songs. Says a lot of curse words. Devil got in my house because of the fish. You got to come handle it. My wife is real upset. When can you come? My wife is upset about the devil fish. Let's see. Greetings, Richard Trent. I'd like to thank you for approving my request for the Dead Letters Archive, cataloging the Bureau's collection of delinquent mail. We provide an extremely handy database that research teams can use to search for any connections or related topics found amongst the letters. Aside from the more functional purposes, the archive will allow us to preserve the windows into authentic human encounters with the paranormal world. Letters came to us from various places and time, gathered by the Postal Service as undeliverable. Bureau is the perfect home for them. I realize not all letters contain accounts of genuine paranatural events, but even the erroneous ones allow us insight into how the unknown is perceived by real people. Of course, I will first compile a system to allow us to analyze letters for information or suspected connections to Oz and other altered materials. So, thank you! Can't wait to delve into my dead letters. All I did was walk into that and it broke. Okay. They're dead, Jim. Well, I guess it would be Jesse now, wouldn't it? Hey, you know what they say, the devil's in the details. And you know what has details? Fish scales. Which means the devil's in the fish. Tell me I'm wrong. But I tell you, Barbara, the devil's in the fish scales. So this is fast travel. Cool.
Just look at him. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes.
80 kilobytes, that's so
This
much!
disk, of course, but one exactly like it, a perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious.
That was groundbreaking.
It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on, and they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils.
This holds 8,000 times the amount as that floppy disk.
Even launched a cup.
Wow, more than 8,000 actually. Math's hard when you're tired and hungry. Dead presidents? To whom it may concern, I am being contacted by the past presidents of the United States of America. They appear spirit guides giving me their wisdom. John Adams keeps saying I need to fix America, but I can't really understand him. They all have a lot of opinions. People tell me I'm imagining it, but Theodore Roosevelt showed me how to fix my lawnmower. I don't know a thing about lawnmowers. Explain that. I have great dead men telling me about the past and the present. If you'd like to use my ability to help run the government, please let me know. I know the White House could use me. He literally sounds insane. The Hiss barrier. The Hiss resonance field is a physical impediment that is difficult to define. Hiss barriers appear as ways to impede escape or access by Bureau personnel. 2 methods have been discovered for lowering them. Destroying the multiple concentrated resonance sources found in the vicinity, or destroy the Hiss entities in the area. Resonant fields seem to require support for their size and density from other non-connected sources of Hiss resonance. Without the ability to draw from these sources, the barrier will fall. Does an inactive structure made of Hiss resonance qualify as a conscious being? Does the distinction make any difference when considering the Hiss? What does the very act of building walls to prevent our movement tell us about the Hiss? To what degree is it watching and planning? Who knows? Hello, avid readers! The Bureau Book Bunch will convene at the usual spot in the corner table at the cafeteria at 5 p.m. on Tuesday. Currently discussing Unless You by J.D. Brooks. Everyone should get their reviews to me by Monday before lunch so we can generate some conversation starters before the meeting. Yay, book club!
She walked into the city and didn't come back. I don't know what missing in actions is, but I sure wish someone would find her.
We are on the wrong side of YouTube. We're on Twitch.
We'll find your mama together.
Yes, Topher. Let's go look for her together. I hope we find more of the Threshold kids. That's exactly what we need. I shot his dick. That I did. It's a Ricky Dicky shot. Nope, still can't go in there. But it's lessened. Nope. Okay. Notice how she lands on her right foot and immediately jumps with her left. Jesse, this is not how you jump.
Communications. We're on the right track. Well, that guy, got conked. Let's see. Book club notes. I don't usually read a lot of sci-fi, but as far as space operas go, this was alright. The title, Unless You, could refer a bunch of things in the book, I guess, but I thought it was a little vague and stupid. The characters kept throwing it around, almost like catchphrase got real annoying real fast. The best part of the story was the space battles. Started with the Fixers, obviously, because they had the coolest tech and their motives made the most sense to me. Honestly, if I had to choose between some hoity-toity flowers and guns space hippies or a badass bunch of warriors
who go around devouring planets like cheap sushi on a Sunday. I know who I'm picking. That scene where they invade City Planet and convert the entire population using those brainworms, and that space dog fight between those two ace pilots signed me the fuck up. Kind of ruined the whole thing for me. It was when my favorite character got killed not even halfway through the story by getting a battery cylinder launched into his face by a gravitational anomaly. His death didn't feel necessary at all. Hey, we could watch the Threshold Kids again, but I know, you guys loved it too much. We'll save it for later. Okay, it does not want me over there.
Object of power. Is that what it is in Restaurant? We need to do it.
Oh, my booty.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in the Bureau seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
Alright, you go get your snack while we're yeeting shit across the screen, yo. This is boring into Australian plans. You must stop them. Okay.
There you are. You were gone. Cut off. I got it. Just like you wanted, right? That's what helped me fight the hiss.
Interesting. My face! Okay, we're fine, we're fine, we're fine. Case files. The floppy disk containment procedure must be contained in a cell with no other loose material. Object is an 8-inch diskette containing Soviet-era nuclear launch codes. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to telekinetically lift material and throw it a short distance. Object is currently bound to, for research purposes, stolen from a Soviet military base located by agents and with the CIA. The diskette contains launch codes to missiles, believed to be reserved for use against. After being returned to America, the diskette began throwing computational hardware at members of the Dakota team. An informant in the CIA tipped the bureau off and was requisitioned by agents the next day. Milkshakes are great, I will tell you that. Nice.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
My milkshake brings all the girls to the yard and they're like, it's better than yours, damn right. It's better than yours. I would like to point out, though, that if we didn't have this thing that gave us more health, we would have died. Like, just flat out, yo. 5% energy. All that was left was pistachios! Oops. What do we got? Last month, our on-site server experienced an intrusion by unauthorized users. After a thorough investigation, it was confirmed that the users only accessed the video file, which contained portions of various Dr. Darling presentations. Investigators were able to track the users through IP addresses, following a confirmed identifier of these users: Patrick Sturgeons, Rubens Nugara, Arthur Christopher Mills Bowling, Jacques Saranen. These individuals are in breach of Bureau Code 4091 and have been placed under surveillance by our external investigations team. Whatever. Hiss Ranger. The Rangers are the Bureau's well-trained and well-armed expeditionary forces. Their Hiss corrupted counterparts are equally formidable. Prior to corruptions, Rangers were trained to use a variety of weapons in order to face any threat found during all response or threshold exploration, including submachine guns, assault rifles, and auto shotties. Hiss Rangers utilize these weapons as well as the advanced tactics taught by the Bureau instructors. Some are additionally outfitted with Bureau-made body armor. Hiss Rangers have no observed supernatural abilities beyond some being protected by a shielding of dense Hiss resonance, capable of stopping bullets. Considering the advanced training the Hiss Rangers are capable of applying to their situation, is it feasible to consider the human mind still remains intact to some degree? Or is the Hiss able to tap into this combat training and utilize it? Further observation is required. The Bureau only allows certain highly trained individuals to handle volatile materials and weaponry. All demolition experts are instructed in the use of explosives and dimensions with distinct physical laws, making them important assets for engineering work as well as combat situations. Hiss demolition experts are the only observed Hiss variations to wield the specially built rocket-propelled grenade that is designed to identify and track entities once fired, making them a threat whose termination should be prioritized in combat scenarios. Kind of remarkable that the Hiss restrict usage of this weapon to the Bureau personnel who train specifically for its use. What does this tell us about its behavior? Can it not pass along new information to corrupted entities? Still too many unknowns. Interesting. Alright. We still don't know what any of these are yet. But we will! One day! The health damage up. Exclusive to Shatter, which we don't have. I live for the applause. Anyway. Okay. Pay attention, Alberto! This is the last time I'm explaining this. Internal lockdowns are manually triggered events that lock one or all of the sectors by restricting use of the sector elevator, effectively locking staff in their sectors until the emergency is handled. They can only be lifted via the directional override and maintenance once the director is satisfied that the situation is under control. External lockdowns are a bigger deal. Nothing in or out of the whole building is only triggered by a code-red contaminant breach based on some complicated system that security and research lab together. They're only been listed once A, the threat has been neutralized, and B, a high-clearance individual gives the system the all clear. This process is not the same as directional override, so stop saying so in documentation. No, it's confusing as hell. I've told Darling 100 times to change it, but they're adamant to say it's the way it is. Honestly, I don't think they even know how to change it at this point. Just make sure our staff understands how this mess works. No fibers, just pistachio.
You're listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years. Thank you for staying up with us. Ghosts. We've had many callers over the years tell us of hauntings, voices, and other phantasmagorical phenomena. Today, friend of the show, Dr. Quincy Reagan, tells his story. Quincy.
Thanks. This is something I experienced recently.
while staying at the Chili Pines Motel in Macon for last year's SuspiciCon.
SuspiciCon.
I was in room 47. The night manager, an avid listener of the program, insisted I take this particular room. Now, the manager explained that years back, the body of a man was discovered under the bed, inside that wooden border that motel beds tend to have. And the body had been there a week, he said. Guests had stayed there, sleeping with the corpse a foot below them. They only found the body when housekeepers complained about the smell. Hauntings have been reported in room 47 ever since. I happily took the room. I fell asleep pretty quick, checking under the bed first, of course. No ghosts visited me, no chilly spots or flickering lights. But when I woke up, I found myself under the bed. It was dark and stiflingly hot. Luckily, I was able to push the mattress off and crawl out before I suffocated. The night manager was kind enough to find me another room.
There you have it, listeners. What we call ghosts take many forms. Quincy was brave enough to tell his story, and I encourage you to keep calling and writing whenever you encounter something strange, something you can't explain. Maybe you're seeing colors that we have no name for. Maybe your toaster is possessed. Remember, dear listeners, when no one else believes you, we do.
Maybe your toaster
overnight. We'll be right back.
Is possessed. Not the possessed toaster. Alright, we got another control point.
This must open the door.
Which actually, that was the multimedia assets. Aha, clearance level 1. Oh, we still don't know what to use that for. It's like, when do you start going back and then moving forward? Like, you know? Let's see. National news sites have begun publishing the story of the polar bear attack on the Alaskan town. You all know I don't like the boast. Claiming that the family was killed by migrating polar bears desperate for food because their ecosystem being ruined by global warming was a stroke of genius. Using current ecological concerns makes the public much less likely to. So now they're all behind us and the public is none the wiser. Well done everyone, it was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. This doesn't mean we can stop monitoring and for any off-message opinions, but it looks like we're in the clue. We're in the clue! No, we are literally in no hurry, so. Let's go back and find all of the things that we can enter now. Nope, don't want to go that way. I want to go... Level 3! More law! So much is expected from the director. The responsibility, the privilege. Well, yeah, that's to be expected, though. More undefined readings. Smash. Level 4. Yeah. I don't know what that does, but I can hit it, so I do. Still nothing in here for now, so... Yeah, we got anything new to talk to her with?
The hotline should be in the communications department.
Yes, yes, Pope. Nothing new? Nope. Okay, bye.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
See if we can find anything we can open now. Or anything we missed.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention.
And await further instructions. Ba 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 ba. Aha! An entirely new room. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Potts, I regret to inform you that your son, Graham Potts, was killed in active duty this past week. While the details surrounding his death are classified, I'm honored to tell you that he died in the service of his country. I'm rather discouraged in the face of danger in his commitment by protecting our nation against her enemies. He will be remembered by his comrades and colleagues. I sincerely regret the pain this message will bring you. Take some solace in knowing that his sacrifice helped protect the country he loves so much. His effects will be returned to you with all speed. Delays caused by house shift do not count towards overtime. Well, that's dumb. Something you have literally no control over screws you over. Cool. Anyway. Oh, you know that thing you're supposed to do at a certain time? Yeah, nothing stops that. Headshot bonus? Well, if we were better at shooting, we definitely had that. Actually, better than the accuracy boost, to be honest. Is this place still overrun? Slightly. Eventually, we'll go down the nostalgia department. Where do we got? Nothing. There's dead letters. Yeah, I guess dead letters is the only way to go, so. We've got a protection shield! Oh, we knocked it off. There you go. Smashy, smashy, I took his face and bashed it. Okay. That's everything in here. Cool. We got a couple of cool rooms. That's about it. Let's double checking. No, there's nothing else in here. Yeah, there's literally nothing down there, so. Oh, that means all these enemies are gonna come back. Oh well. I'll ready to listen to that.
You're listening to America Overnight.
scholars over the years tell us of hauntings, voices.
They can fly now. Great.
That bitch can
I
fly.
have a feeling he'll be back.
That motherfucker.
Let's stay focused. The hotline should be past the mailroom.
Hiss elevated. Hiss elevated agents display abilities similar to telekinetic competency observed in Bureau para-utilitarians. Some prefer to charge the targets, while others launch objects at them. Telekinetic attacks have been ineffective against the Hiss elevated due to their own talent in the area. They do not use any weaponry except their own paranatural capabilities. Some Hiss elevated have been seen levitating while strapped into chairs. It's likely the result of individuals being corrupted while undergoing cognitive recording and parapsychology. How are they able to use paranatural abilities? It is possible that these individuals were bound to objects of power prior to corruption. It's also worth considering that the Hiss resonance can identify and express latent paranatural ability in the individuals it corrupts. Interesting. Building shifts. Well, anyway, now we gotta explore this for lootables. What would you do without Tubular Tuesdays? Well, you'd be bored. Tea time. Hey, Malcolm. Yes, tea time is at 7. I'll see you on the course Sunday morning. By the way, have you heard about this Tennyson report? Apparently, there's a bunch of copies drifting around the office. Trench is looking to get his hands on any information about who wrote it. You wouldn't happen to have heard anything about it, would ya? See you Sunday! It's way too long. That's the only reason I didn't do it, is because it's way too long. I love trending towards Supernatural Tuesdays, but way too long of a nickname, unfortunately. Of course it will. Okay, yeah, that was everything over there, so. The Butte summary. A spat of disappearances were traced to his home in the city of Butte, where Bureau agents discovered a translocative light switch cord. Bureau agents arrived at the home of a local celebrity located at, which had been connected to a total of disappearance in the area. Agents found no one inside while searching a closet. An agent pulled the light switch cord and disappeared from view. Another agent was selected to pull the cord in order to replicate the event. He disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house days later, found in a sealed room by rangers exploring a new area of the house. Light switch cord in the Butte home's closet disappeared during this incident. Bump, bump.
Roberto.
We'll hear what she has to say after this. Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed.
Mossy, head of comms. The hiss got him.
Alright, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an alternate item will show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
Hey, are you still recording this?
The hotline can't be far now.
Ah, don't say that. Never say that. Wait, we didn't get something. There we go. Hotline chamber. Ah, ring, ring, ring. Banana phone. Do, 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 do. All visitors must check in. Trench, custodian. Trench, custodian. Trench, custodian. Trench, custodian. Different custodian.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream logic. The light switch cord. Door marked with a black pyramid.
Have we been here before? No. I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country, on the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream.
Boom. Boom.
Hello? Anyone here?
Key has a black pyramid on it.
Huh. Apparently I was supposed to do that. But there's no combat. Oh, it's only those three. Fine. God, this is bright as if there was actually a fucking light behind us. Hey! Hi, it's us! I meant to do that. Ah, we had to kite around it. I see. It's pure destruction incarnate. Interesting choices.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench. Well, listen to him. He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily.
Object should be inaccessible for use except to the director. Object is a 1960s era red Bakelite telephone. The rotary dial has been replaced with a black knob of unknown purpose. The phone weighs. The object allows the director to communicate with it. If used by anyone other than the director, the object will cause lethal. The object is currently bound to Director Trench. The object spontaneously manifested itself in the director's office, placed on the desk. Director Northmore was the first known Bureau agent to use it. A battery of tests were run on the object, but its origin remains unknown. We got the hotline.
It took us a long time to learn how to stabilize the control points.
Let's learn things.
The meridians of the oldest house. Darling found a way to soothe this beast. We discovered we must cleanse control points of all interference. It's my duty as the director, like Northmore before me. I couldn't manage it in my own house, at my home. I'll damn well do it here. Without the control points, the oldest house would swallow us alive. We'd be sealed inside an endless labyrinth. No one could hear our screams. If an enemy ever managed to corrupt the control points, it'd be over fast, spreading like a cancer, leaping over the fire breaks like a crown of fire. They are the weak point. Darling's right about that. He's wrong about everything else. Dangerously wrong. Suspiciously wrong. Has he been compromised? I can hear the hotline ringing in my dreams, constantly ringing. Ringing so loud I can't hear the voice I'm straining to understand. Why don't I pick up? It's a secure line of communication with the board. They would tell me what I need to know. Do I fear their answers? Would they have warned me of this threat? I didn't see it coming. The traitor in our midst. A conspiracy plotted right behind me. I can't trust anyone. I must assume all my intel has been manipulated. The hotline is the only channel I can trust. Bind it, control it. The rule and the ritual with objects of power. It can't be tampered with. The lifeline to the astral plane and the board. I must seek guidance. Soon. I'll rest first. I'm so tired. Always tired now. But I must reach the hotline. I think I'm under attack. An attack of dementia, exhaustion. It's a rain cloud making me forget. The hotline. I must reach the hotline. A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. They have proven themselves. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. So I followed my own orders. Northmoor hated my guts for that. But things change when you become director. You suddenly see this dark void for the horror show it truly is. Filled with screaming fear we pretend to control. Sand leaks through my fingers. The roses I pruned in the garden back when I still had a family. All dead. Heat escapes my body. My thoughts are scattered. The universe keeps expanding. I can't keep up with it alone. When I forget that, things go wrong. And my team has to pick up the pieces. Damage control. To help me get out of my mess.
These are really cool. You must watch all of that!
The Ocean View Motel and Casino is a familiar friend to me. I stayed in countless motels like it while investigating AWEs across the country, back in my field agent days. Those roadside motels all bleed together like a dream. Same and not the same. Anywhere and nowhere. The Ocean View operates on dream logic, and the light switch cord leaks out to be found in the most unexpected places, and sometimes successfully encouraged to appear and act as a convenient lock to keep out those not trained in dreamscape navigation. Even Bureau veterans can only find one key in the motel. The key that opens the door marked with the inverted black pyramid. The rest, the many other doors, are still mysteries to us. We're all merely guests there. Even the board. Sometimes I need to visit, just to breathe easier for a while. It beats the numb, sterile apartment I spend my nights in, insulated from everything but myself.
They're really good.
That's where the whiskey comes in.
I'm curious if they're intersecting like real life things. Like this is just like an
coming.
actual person.
The whispers growing louder. The worst winter storm in Bureau history.
And everything.
Retribution for my sins.
And then just interposed it in as a cutscene.
This threat could destroy the Bureau, everything I've built. Destroy me. A web spun, turning this place against me. I catch glimpses of it in the corner of my eye. It's just out of reach. Elusive. It's clever. A perverse game of hide and seek. Is this part of an attack? Obfuscating the facts. Dimming my eyes. It's hard to tell. I need answers. I haven't heard back from Darling. I fear for my friend, my closest ally. I think we made a terrible mistake all those years ago. That thing he studies is putting us all in danger. It's my duty as director to keep the Bureau safe. It'll be difficult. What's done can't be undone. There's no easy fix. Magical thinking is a requirement for survival. Pain and suffering are mandatory. To change things, you have to break yourself. I don't know if I have the strength. I'm old and weak. I'm afraid. I can see my hands trembling. I'm losing control.
I'm losing control. And the last one we have right now. 18 seconds. We expect independence dependence. The Bureau game needs you. The game needs you.
People react strongly when I tell them about you. Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
This was not here before. Direct line to, you guessed it, the director's office. And the body's gone. I guess it's our office now. To all executive staff, I know there's some concern regarding our operations exceeding the annual budget. So long as we operate within the oldest house, we are obscured from scrutiny in many respects. If our budget demands are not exorbitant to the point of drawing attention, then they will be granted by the U.S. Treasury without question. The FBC is just another line in another spreadsheet that some lonely accountant won't even notice. Their eyes will skip over us as if we weren't even there. The nature of the oldest house allows us certain freedoms in how we operate. Our being here is no accident. Intriguing.
Jesse, did you get the hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms, the hiss? Sorry, you made it. I'm glad.
Emily?
Okay. Initial encounters with the entity known as the Hiss have revealed various behavioral facts. Most notably, the Hiss is able to invade or corrupt control points, altered items, and even humans, radically changing their behavior. Curiously, any person wearing one of the wearable HRA devices that Dr. Darling has been distributing over the past weeks was not affected by his corruption. The only known exception to this fact is the new director, Jesse Fadden, who possesses an inherent immunity to the Hiss. This could indicate that she has already been corrupted, but her behavior is so in contrast to that of the other Hiss that I have dismissed this theory. My final observation comes from Miss Fadden herself. She is able to cleanse material and organism of the Hiss corruption. We tested this ability on a Hiss corrupted entity, but unfortunately the process seemed to kill the host. Perhaps the host's physiology becomes reliant on the Hiss. More work to be done. I see
Let's
we are
talk.
becoming
Of course.
a study at this point.
I got the hotline. I can make out what Trench is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. He's gone. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her Rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown.
Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that in the hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is. We could find out something that would help us.
Tests? I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself.
Okay. If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
Bum bum. Ooh, abilities.
Hi, Jesse.
Nothing now.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know. Do you hear that? Someone's singing. Where's it coming from?
Singing. Sounds like it's coming from the elevator.
Objects up to 20 feet. Bullshit. We've never recorded any distance over 5. Obviously, you never read the P6 data.
Outfits? What's this board countermeasures? Oh, are these... Oh, we can only do 3. Kill enemies without dying. Got it. Kill gods. Cool. Did those. Astral constructs. Okay. Okay, we got Shatter. Ons. Abilities. More health, more energy, more melee damage, more launch power, eh? Alright, let's get more energy, for sure. Oh, you need that to upgrade things, eh? Interesting. How do you get that, though? Missions. Yeah, to those, to that. Cool. New hotline? Board countermeasures. We are at war. Hostile takeover. The East is the opposing force in power. We will provide countermeasure strategies. Accept and ingest them at control points. These countermeasure missions will benefit your resources and rewards. For each completed countermeasure. Okay.
I heard the Hiss attack in Power Plant. Brings up a lot of new questions.
Time to work. Meet me in the maintenance.
The maintenance.
Like I said before, the janitor is a friendly face.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
The maintenance sector is the janitor domain. If I can find Ahti here, he can help me reach the override.
Ha ha!
Maybe it was you who took me to the oldest house with the lockdown on. Maybe it was Ahti. It felt like he made the elevator appear that took me to Trench's office. Is Ahti guiding me too?
Ahti, Ahti, Ahti. Quite, quite naughty.
The directorial override is right there, in the control room. How do we get there?
The speed run gets you out of bounds and right in there. By the way, it skips this entire level. Oh boy. I kinda saw that coming. And yet I did it anyway. Whoopsies! I was a doopsie.
The directorial override is right there, in the control room. How do we get there?
shotgun, baby! Thanks for dropping by, Viku. It's nice having yous. Okay, we need to go to the janitor's office, so we're not going there yet. Well, that's what I wanted to see. The answer was yes, it will kill me. I was like, well, if I approach this, will it kill me? Entire room starts vibrating. Alright, yes, it will kill. Alright then. Hello, fuckers. Oh, jeebus. Note to self, you're not safe anywhere near grenades. I'll keep that under advisement. Enemies equal danger.
What's down that way?
Cleanse the merry-go-round.
This place makes me nauseous. An object of power. How do you think it got down here? A carousel horse. Why is kid stuff always so creepy?
Nay. Hell yeah! We can fly, bitches! Not really, we're just evading through the air.
Let's see this.
What? Wait, we fell here, and we came out of there. Please explain. It's the Threshold Kids!
Drawing the pyramid.
The what?
The pyramid.
What's a pyramid?
The Black Pyramid. It's in the astral plane.
Airplane?
Astral plane. It's big, white, and empty. Or is it?
Dun dun dun!
It's a weird, crazy alien dimension.
Does she have like piercings right through here?
You can
Like
get lost in all that white and never find your way back home.
I miss my home.
I love how his name is Topher, by the way.
Well done. You got the job. It's place for congratulations. Yippee, saatana. It happened in the last drop. I truly need an assistant.
Funny thing is, I've been a janitor. I'm more at home in that role than as the director. Only Ati here seems to see that.
Yeah, hi, Ati. Look, we need to get the lockdown lifted, otherwise I can't get to the other sectors. Can you help me get to the override?
Yes, easy peasy. It's just around the corner.
Easy peasy.
But first, we need to get you working. Very small, couple of hours job.
Something tells me it's gonna be more than that.
You think there's a dog buried in this? I can tell you are not yesterday's Krause's son. That's why you'll make a great assistant. Very well. I'll hit the facts on the table.
The table.
Mä kyllä sanon perkele suoraan, that this house has a vermin problem. A bad one. They've already messed up the cooling pumps. And the power generators of a power plant, perkele. And the pensioner inside is starting to feel the band around his head tighten. The situation needs to be fixed before the plant blows up. And we all disappear like a fart in Sahara.
Like a fart in Sahara.
I'll do my best to keep up with this. Fix the coolant pumps and the power generators, otherwise the power plant will blow.
But don't you worry. I've left you clear instructions. You'll catch the end of the thread before I go to my vacation. The work's on the task board here. You can do later, when you have time.
Vacation? Right.
Yes, no one's gonna cancel my holiday or seat's gonna rattle. But don't worry at all. You'll take care of it and soon this crisis gonna be last winter's snow. You better go now, so you don't have to run with your head as your third leg. The door in the back leads to the plant.
The door in the back. That's great. Thank you, Ati.
Is no one gonna mention the fact that he is literally, one, reading her mind, and two, telling her how to fix literally everything going wrong with, the, FBC? What a mess!
Yep.
Burn the trash.
Burn the trash. Throw it in the fire. Burn it all. Burn it into a reindeer.
Okay, where's the trash? No, I mentioned it. The game did not. I haven't even probably gotten to it, have we? I don't think we can actually go there, though.
Okay, so what happens again if that thing blows up?
Power. Explosion. Too much. Director's duty. Keep the lights on.
a couple new assets. Huh. We can collect our reward for that soon. Case files. Okay. The merry-go-round horse. Objects should be kept in a confined space when unbound. The fiberglass horse, once used as a seat for a merry-go-round ride, the pole is still connected to the object. The object is capable of moving short distances at high speeds. This can be quite dangerous when in its path. The object is currently bound by... Object was discovered at the site of an abandoned amusement park. Local reported that the rides would move on their own and that they would be chased out. The rumors reached the Bureau. Agents dispatched to investigate. 3 local were found dead at the scene. The object attacked agents invoked formula C.52. The object long enough. Once we have all the Threshold kids, we're gonna have to watch all of them in order.
Northmoor was director before me. I never wanted his job. I never wanted power. I purposefully avoided it. Didn't trust it. Didn't want to rely on it. Northmoor was all about power. A man like an explosion, hungry for authority, for order, for more, until it was too much. I had to find a solution in the end. Contain the situation. Northmoor never liked me, but he went along with it, to his credit. He didn't really have a choice. I suppose at the end of the day, a director's most basic duty is to keep the lights on. Here's to you, Northmoor. There were no prime candidates waiting in the wings, but I was there. Had been the whole time, keeping my head down, working my ass off. I had nothing to lose. I picked up the gun almost on a dare.
Are you new? Go talk with Chief Arish in the security booth. He's in charge here.
Bye-bye.
It's dangerous out here, lady. Go see Chief Arish. He's just inside. He'll help you.
You're stronger than they are. Beat them. Easily. Still don't know what these are. Oh, spin. Grip. Excuse me, holy poop.
Ma'am! Hey! Chief Arish, FBC Security. Can you be in a safe room?
Lady! Hi! Hi! Let's see. Hey, Simon, got your message. You have someone in this sector asking about Ati. Just tell him you'll handle it and leave it at that. No circumstance should any personnel intervene with his day-to-day routine. Told you everything I know about him, so you could better deal with his odd habits. But yes, it's still very much a classified matter. Also, I saw your report about the quarry worker who wandered into the Foundation. Detaining him was the right move. We'll figure out what he saw before we decide on the next step. But yes, in case you hadn't noticed, something is up between Trench and Darling. This isn't your strong suit, but try the best to stay out of this.
They all have HRAs. We're on the same side.
My name is Jesse Faden. I'm here to perform the directorial override to get the lockdown lifted.
Yeah, Chief Arish, FBC Security. I'm just... Oh, hang on, you're the new director. It's a pleasure, ma'am.
Let's skip the formalities, please.
Right. Faden, ma'am. Look, as you can probably tell, it's a bit of a shit show down here. We've been holding our ground, but whatever's gotten into our buddies has them wrecking the coolant pumps and the power converters. The NSC keeps overheating, and my crews keep getting shot before they have a chance to make any repairs.
NSC?
Oh, sorry. Bureau jargon. It's what we call the power plant. You know, the big rumbling metal thing. Salvador, head of security, asked me to protect it in case of an attack. See, what's inside is dangerous. Dr. Darling seemed to know it would be a target.
Darling? He's here?
No, he came down a few days ago, before everything went to hell. He was out of it. Smelled like a bar mat. He was ranting about vulnerabilities and how he only had one large-scale HRA, but that he needed it somewhere else. Still, at least he gave us these personal HRAs before he left. Hey, did I mention that he was tearing his clothes off? Crazy dude.
Crazy dude. This was coming.
Listen, I love playing 20 questions as much as the next guy, but we have got to get the water and electrical systems repaired before this baby blows. I'll have my guys unlock the doors out of here for you.
I'll take care of it. You stay and keep the hiss away from the plant if you can.
The hiss? That's what we're calling him? Oh, that's catchy. Oh, listen, the radios aren't working, so if you find my boss Salvador out there, could you please ask him what the plan is? I'm sure he will have one by now.
I'll keep an eye out for him.
He sure has a lot of faith in his boss.
Well, when everything goes to the shit, you kind of have to. What time is it?
Some real rich.
Don't say that. That's a death flag. You know what? Before we jump into anything else, where was the last checkpoint? Actually, it was probably right down there. So yeah, we're gonna call it a ride here for this week. So yeah, this is Control. Right here, right now. We're gonna end it, and we're gonna take ourselves a nice little break. Yes. So I hope you all are enjoying Control. I really am. I fully expected to like this game, and by God, I was right. But yeah, so it's very much fun. I'm very excited to continue playing this. It's so pretty. It plays very nicely and definitely worth waiting to get it. So anyway, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope to see some of you later tonight with some DVD. So until the next time, everybody, stay funky, people.